Good evening. What's up? What's up, Daniel Berry? Daniel Berry, first one in the house. Good evening. We got the Sweet 16 as we got the Nebraska Cornhuskers against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Two Big Ten teams going at it here. Oh, the two Big Ten teams going at it today. Hello, Seth. How you doing? All right, charge my phone up. So hopefully this game is better than the last one I did. Last game I did, that was that. What game? What game I did that was late at night? Shit. I forgot who the fuck I did last game. It was a blowout. We got Banks, Combs, Sturts, Manawu, Koch for Iowa, Hoiberg, Lawrence, Mast, Buchentel, and Sanford. Man, Buchentel? Jesus Christ, man. People gotta get some names like Smith and Williams so I can pronounce them. Buchentel, I think. Buchentel? Alright, so we got the opening tip here in Sweet 16. Got the spot in the Elite Eight. Gonna go to one of these teams. All right, yeah, one of these teams will go to the Elite Eight. All right, opening tip controlled by the Cornhuskers. So Nebraska will get first crack at it. So Hoiberg. Gonna give it over to Lawrence. Back out to Buchentel. It's gonna be no good, out of bounds. It's gonna be Iowa basketball. But Buchentel is. So this is the third meeting, and they split. They split the season series. Iowa's won the last 8 out of 10. It's the first time they've met in March Madness. Why is there nobody behind Nebraska's bench? Like, no fans. That's kind of weird. Or, yeah, that's Nebraska. So, Hawkeyes have it as Combs. I'm going to give her to, I think that's Koch. Goes up and going to be no good. Rebounded Nebraska. As Buchentel gets the rebound. I don't know, I'm murdering his name, but oh well. Get over it. So, Buchentel. Back over to Lawrence. Lawrence for 3. Good. So Nebraska on the board first. 3-0 as Lawrence with the tray. It's going to be Hawkeyes basketball as Sturts gives over to Manu. Over to Combs. Combs. Back over to Sturts. Back over to Manu, and he gets blocked. It's going to be, here comes the Huskers down the floor. Almost got a foul. That Sanford almost got fouled. So Hoiberg has it for the Cornhuskers. And here's that's not up and down. Throws it back out. Here's a 3. Gets no good. Rebounded Nebraska. Back over to Sanford in the corner. Good. It's 6-0 Cornhuskers. Sanford with the bucket. Is it Maniawu? How you pronounce that last name? All right, so Koch. Over to Maniawu. Back over to back out to Sturts. Sturts going to drive, and layup is good. So it's 6-2 Nebraska. So Sturts, that's Iowa's first bucket of the game. So Hoiberg throws over to Mast, and he's fouled and a bucket. Count it and the foul. So it's going to be 8-2 as Mast at the free throw line. Free throw is up and good. So it's 9-2 Nebraska. Right, so Hawkeyes with the ball as Koch. Gives over to Combs. Combs has it. Combs here's a pass in the paint. As Maniou. And gets that. Oh, that's not him. But it gets blocked. That was Banks that got rejected. Hoiberg over to Mast. And then he dishes out. That's no good. Rebounded Huskers. Back out to Sanford. Good. Sanford with the three. It's now 12-2. Nebraska. Time it on the floor. Man, Huskers on the move here early on. Up 12-2 with 16:54 to go in the first half as they come out hot from downtown. So 16:54 to go in the first half. We got the timeout on the floor. It's 12-2 Huskers. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's see, set all this stuff up here. All right, there we go. Make sure I got everything. We got what's going on over in the Purdue game. Oh, it's a 1-point game. That's what's going on. It's a 1-point game. It's Purdue up over Texas. They're midway. We'll pass midway through the first half over there. So I'm sure Paxton's going to be watching that one. So commercial break. 12-2 Huskers up over the Hawkeyes. I'm trying to get these names remembered. I gotta look down at a piece of paper. It takes me a few minutes to my brain to process the numbers and all that kind of shit. So we got 4 games tonight here in the Sweet 16. 4 games tonight. Sweet 16. Maybe next year, since LSU's got a new basketball coach. Maybe next year they'll be in the dance. Yeah. Maybe they'll be in the dance since we got a new coach. Oh, man. All right, so 12-2. Commercial break. Commercial break. So, read something here. All right, so 12-2 Nebraska with 16:54 to go here in this first half. We're up by 10. Iowa had just called a timeout. All right, so Hawkeyes will bring it down. They're down by 10. Here's what Koch gets over to. We got Fulgaris in the game. He checks in the game. There's Combs in the paint. Shoots, scores. So it's now 12-4. So 12-4. And now we got a foul underneath. Going to be called against Iowa. So let's see if that's in the act of his shooting. Is it on the floor? It's going to be Nebraska will throw it in. Over to Lawrence. Lawrence still has it. Lawrence over to Mast. Mast trying to back down the paint. Mast in paint. Shoots off the glass and scores. 14-4. Keeps texting. So it's 14-4 Huskers. As Iowa needs to get something going here as Combs. And Combs still with the ball. Combs in the paint. And here's a pass underneath. That shot's going to be good. As that was Banks with the bucket. So Banks with the bucket, 14-6. Iowa has 6 points in the paint. Nebraska has 4 as Hoiberg with the ball. Hoiberg over to Mast. Mast going to try to drive. Now it throws back out to Hoiberg. That's for a 3. That's going to be no good. Rebound to Nebraska as Mast puts it up and in. 16-6 Huskers. So Sturts going to give it to Combs. Back to Sturts. Sturts going to back out to Combs. Over back to, let's see, Sturts again. Sturts going to drive, and that shot's no good. There's a foul call. So Sturts is going to go to the free throw line with 14:59 to go here in this first half. I can already see that they got a little. Oh no, of course, another commercial break. Why not? Why not? Another commercial break. Shit, why not? Why not? Man. What we got going? We got Purdue and Texas. It's a 3-point game. That's a good game. I picked the wrong one. Looks like I picked the wrong game again. Looks like I picked the wrong game again. Should have done the Purdue Texas game. But that one could turn out to be a blowout. But we'll see. So, yeah, Iowa needs to get with their defense here. All right, and what's going on? We got a tie game over there in San Jose between Purdue and Tejas. Man, where's Paxton at? Paxton's not in here. Gloating about his Longhorns. Gloating about his Longhorns. Yeah, another long ass commercial break here. Jeez, man. Long ass commercial break. Right, so it's 16-6. Iowa coach is spitting on himself, man. Hey, he's spitting on himself. Snickers and coffee is a post-workout snack. Snickers and a coffee. Yeah. All right, so 16-6, Nebraska up. As the Hawkeyes will be at the free throw line as Sturts will be at the free throw line. First one's up and good. So he makes the first one. It's now 16-7. The next one's up and makes them both. was 16-8. Nebraska will walk it down. It's Hoiberg. Hoiberg gets it over to Lawrence. Lawrence over to Mast. Mast has it. Mast still with the ball. Mast going to spin. And now gets to the paint. Then goes up. That's going to be no good. Touch, nothing. Air ball. Iowa comes away with it. Sturts has it. Sturts. Over to Fulgaris. Back to Sturts. Sturts going to try to drive, go up, stay with it, and score. And a foul. Count it. And a foul. For Sturts. It's now 16-10. And they got a 3-point play opportunity. So count it and a foul. As Marv Albert would said. And the foul. So free throw is up and good. But just like that, it's down to 5-point game. So Hoiberg walks down the floor here for Nebraska. But to Frager. At Hoiberg. That's Frazier. Back to Mast. Let's call him Must. Must will hand it over to back to Mast. Mast gonna try to drive, goes up off the glass, no good, and ball's loose. Gonna be Hawkeye basketball. But Manu gets the rebound. So Hawkeyes with the ball. Sturts has it. Sturts over to Sage. Sage over to Fulgarius. Fulgarius back out to Sturts. Sturts gonna get to the paint. Back out to Fulgarius in the corner for 3. Good! And just like that, it's a 2-point game, 16-14. So the 10-point lead is down to 2. 8-0 run here for the Hawkeyes. Hoiberg going to throw it to Frager. Going to be, that's a 3. That's good. As Frager hits the 3-pointer. So it's now 19-14. Back to us, a 5-point game. So Hawkeyes with the ball. They're going to try a 3. That's going to be good. That was a Sage with the bucket. So Sage with the 3. It's now 19-17. OCD about this shit. Oh, shit, I missed the 3 for Nebraska. I was trying to fix the damn score. It's 22-17, Nebraska. That's Fulgarius. Going to try to, the ball's loose, and Nebraska they're going to foul. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul against the Cornhuskers. Going to call a foul against the Cornhuskers. All right, that was Frager again on the last 3-pointer that we missed. So Nebraska has their first appearance in the Sweet 16. All right, so the Hawkeyes will throw it in. Over to Fulgarius. Back over to Sturts. So Sturts was going to try to go gets cut off, and balls. We got another foul call. Going to be against Frager. Frager. So it's going to be Iowa basketball still. All right, so Hawkeyes will throw it in. Nobody's in the bonus yet. As Sage will drive, gets blocked. Nebraska comes away with it. Yeah, it's Frager for 3 again. Good, man. He is on fire. 25-17. So Sturts over to Fulgarius. Fulgarius gonna have it still, and we got another foul call. It's be against Nebraska again. Man, Nebraska is racking up the fouls here, but Frager is on fire here for the Huskers. It's 25-17, 11:34 to go here in the first half. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Do something real quick. All right. We got an official review in Texas and Purdue. That game's tied at 30. But man, but we got a good game here, 25-17. Iowa has come back and made the game a little bit. So. All righty. So 25-17. What's the poll say? Nebraska has the poll lead right now. Fresh Pet. Conversion of Fresh Pets. Man. I don't know why every commercial has to be 5 minutes long, but it is what it is on that note. Alrighty, back to action here. Back from our commercial break. Back here from commercial break. Gotta have all these commercials. Oh man, damn. So we got get ready to get back to this action. Here's 25-17. Nebraska is up by 8. As we were coming back from commercial break here. As it should be Iowa basketball, and it is. So Hawkeyes will get it thrown in. They're down by 8. 11:32 to go here in this first half of play. So Combs has it. Combs with Sturts. Back up into playing hot potato. Now Sturts now for 3. That's no good. They rebounded Iowa. Here's a 3-pointer from Howard. Good. So it's now 25-20. So Howard with the tray. 25-20. Trying to get the ball to Lawrence, but they can't. Hand ball to Prager. Here's a drive, going to be a foul. And looks like the Huskers are going to go to the free throw line. Looks like it's going to be Jacobson going to go to the free throw line. So it can be Jacobson going to the free throw line here for Nebraska. Jacobs. Free throw is up and good. Here for Jacobson. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. Don't kill me. So Jacobson will have another free throw. And makes them both. 27-20. We got 10:45 to go here in this first half of play. It's Combs. Works it down here for the Huskers. Combs back out to Sturts. Sturts over to Manaru. Back out to Combs. And they're going to try a three. Good. As Sage with the bucket. 27-23. Huskers with the ball. That's Butenzel. I think that's that name. Over to Jacobson. Over to that Hoiberg. Back out to Jacobson. Jacobson still with the ball. Jacobson still looking. Now going to get to the paint. Jacobson going to go up with it and scores. 29-23. 6-point game with 9:48 to go here in this first half of play. Iowa with the basketball. Sage. It's a bad pass stolen. Huskers now have it. Hoiberg. There's a Sanford that's a foul. There's a Sanford gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for not one, not two, but 3 free throws. So Sanford's going to go to the free throw line for 3. For 3 free throws. Free throws up and good. So it's 30-23. So Sanford has 7 points. Sanford makes a second one. He'll have another one coming. This guy started his career at Iowa, and now he's playing against his old team. Third free throws up and makes all 3. 32-23. Nebraska up by 9. As Combs has it for the Hawkeyes. Combs over to Sturts. Back out to Combs. And they threw it away. Turnover. Bad pass from that's from Sturts. Oh no, it was Sturts, huh? Yeah, it was Sturts. No, that was actually on Combs. He should have had that. Stand corrected. That's on the Combs. So Hoiberg, and that's stolen. As here comes the Hawkeyes, and we got a foul. As Fulgarius gets fouled, we go to the free throw line. So Fulgarius will gets fouled, go to the free throw line. All right. Free throws up and no good. Misses the first one. Misses the first one. Purdue and Texas. They're at halftime. Purdue's up by 4. Next free throws up and good. Makes 1 out of 2. 32-24. Huskers up by 8. Hoiberg brings it down. Hoiberg. So with the ball, he'll take a 3. That's going to be no good. Iowa gets the rebound. As Banks gets the rebound, hands it over to Sturts. So 20 on the shot clock. Over to Combs. Over to Sturts. Back over to Fulgarius. Back out to Sturts. Sturts going to, here's they'll throw it back out. Combs has it, and got 2 in the shot clock. They got to do something with it. Here's a floater in the paint, and it's going to go in. There's Koch with the bucket. So Koch with the bucket. So it's 32-26. So we got a whistle. Oh, did he get it off? Oh no! I don't think he didn't get that off. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Yeah, Koch did not get that shot off. This will be an easy overturn. That ball was still in his hand. Should be an easy review here for the officials. Of course, we got to go to commercial break. Why not? We have to go to commercial break for review. It's going to take like 2 seconds to review. That's unreal. That's unreal. Of course, they still ain't reviewed this thing yet. Should have been reviewed like 2 seconds, but I guess they gotta take a commercial break just to review if this shot got off. Good job, TBS. They gotta pay the bills. Guess they gotta pay the bills. So anyway, this should be an easy review, and it should be a shot clock violation. The bucket should not count for Iowa, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll know what the refs say. Pizza Hut, $10. Any pizza, any crust. You can pick pan pizza. Usually the pan pizza is like a $2 extra. All right, we're March Madness. Come back from commercial break. Come back from commercial break, and it should be basket should be a weight off. It should be after the buzzer hit, after the clock hit 00. It was a shot clock violation. I don't know why it took so long for them to come to this decision, but I'm sure TBS told them, let's go to commercial break. Come on, man. All right, so it's 32-24. Nebraska's up by 8 with the ball. We got 8:26 here to go in the first half. All right, here we go. Huskers will bring it down. It's Hoiberg. Over to Prager. Back over to Mast. Gets to Hoiberg. Hoiberg puts it up and in. Back to a 10-point game. 34-24. 10-point game. 8 minutes to go in the half. Combs has it for Iowa. Combs still has it. And over to Koch or to Fulgarius. And ball's stolen. As Lawrence comes away with it. So Lawrence has it for Nebraska. Lawrence going to try to drive, but he can't. Gets cut off. 18 shot clock. It went to Buchenshell. And he lost the handle. It's going to be Iowa ball. It's Combs comes away with it. Combs going to try to drive and score. Tough shot. Puts it up and in. 34-26. We got 7:10 to go here in the first half. So Hoiberg has it for Nebraska. Hoiberg is it stolen? It is. See, now the ball's loose. Now we're gonna have a tie up. Possession arrow goes to Iowa. So it's gonna be Iowa basketball after the tie up. I got 6:56 to go here in this first half. 34-26, Nebraska up by 8. There's Koch has it. Over to Sturts. Take over to Banks. Over to Koch. We got a foul called against Nebraska. As Koch got fouled, and Iowa's in the bonus, so it's going to be a 1-1 here for Iowa. Iowa first Sweet 16 since 1999. Nebraska, their first Sweet 16 ever. All right, so free throws here for Koch. Free throw is up and good. Makes the front end. He'll have another one. So it's 34-27. 34-27. And makes them both. 34-28. 6:40 here to go in the first half. So Hoiberg gets across midcourt. So Hoiberg still has it. They got a 3-second call. No, it's a foul on Banks. I thought they said 3-second call, but there's a foul on Banks. So Lawrence will throw it in for Nebraska. Lawrence gets into Mast over to Sanford. Here's the Hoiberg now. Hoiberg will drive and lays it in. Back to an 8-point game, 36-28. Sturts over to Banks. Over to Bulgarius. Bulgarius still with the ball. Now he's going to get to the paint and over to Koch for a 3. That's no good. And tip back out to see Nebraska comes away with it. Let's see if they'd run. No, they're going to slow it down. That's Hoiberg. Going to try to drive and scores. 10-point game now. 38-28. 5:45 to go here in this first half of action. As Sturts over to Banks. Over to Bulgarius. Throws it over to at Banks. Banks will try to drive and can't go in, but the tip in is in. That was, I think that was Sage with the tip in. I think that was Sage with the tip in, 38-30. There's Frager. Going to throw inside to Sanford, and he'll lay it in. As Sanford puts it in, it's now back to a 10-point game, 40-30. 5 minutes to go in the half. So Banks over to Bulgarius. Bulgarius going to try to drive. He'll jam it home. Man, he just took it right to the rim and jammed it. So 8-point game. Nebraska with the ball. It's Lawrence over to Sanford. Back over to Hoiberg. Over to Mass for a 3. That's a short. Rebound goes over to Iowa. So Hawkeyes with the ball. There's Banks over to Bulgarius. Over to Sturts. Sturts going to try to drive and no good. Wow, a lot of contact. Nebraska comes away with it as Lawrence gets across midcourt. Lawrence still with the ball. Over to Mast. And Mast going to give it to Hoiberg. Hoiberg. It's Prager for 3, no good. Rebound goes over to Iowa. So 40-32. 3:53 here to go in this first half of action. Sturts has it. Sturts. Over to Sage. I got to Bulgarius. Over to Sturts. Sturts takes a 3. That's going to be good. Sturts, and we got a timeout on the floor with 3:32 to go. And it's 40-35. So 40-35 now. So, guess what? Another commercial break. Another commercial break. Go figure on that shit. Yeah, why not? Yeah, YouTube has done so many weird things lately, man, with this shit. But they don't. I mean, they used to show you the likes on your studio. Don't do that no more. I guess they don't want you to know how many likes you got or unlikes and shit like that. Used to show you that shit. But oh, there it is. Okay. It is there. It's a different spot. All right. Anyway, ain't nobody chatting. Yeah, Randall, man, Randall. The first time somebody came in here in like 30 minutes. I was wondering if YouTube sent anything out, man. YouTube probably didn't notify nobody that I was live. Oh, man. Of course not. I didn't get a notification. Of course you didn't. Of course not. Well, he's coming. Will Wade's coming back. Man, I'm kind of surprised that he's coming back, but I'm shocked. Actually, I'm shocked that he's back. Actually, I mean, I know it was a different AD, but we fired him, man. We fired him for cause, and then he comes back. That's just crazy. All right, so Nebraska up by 5 with the ball. As you can tell, how you pronounce that? Lawrence now has it. Lawrence in the paint. That's going to bounce around the rim. No good. Looks like Iowa comes away with it. So we got 3:10 to go in the half. As Sturts has it for Iowa. Sturts with the ball. Sturts with 10 the shot clock. Over to Koch. Back to Sturts. And looks like Sage for 3. That's going to be no good. Nebraska with the rebound. But yeah, the General's back, man. Will Wade's he's got to be back by now. Like, from the plane ride. So Husker with the ball is Hoiberg. I got Prager. Prager goes at the Mast. And Mast lost the handle. He's looking for a foul call. Didn't get it. Iowa basketball. I didn't watch anything this year. I watched like 1 or 2 last year. So Koch for 3, good. I watched a little bit last year, but I didn't watch anything this year. 40-38. I watched a little bit last year, but nothing this year. So Lawrence gets fouled? Yeah. So Lawrence gets fouled for 3. So I watched some last year, but nothing this year. All right, so Lawrence at the line. He has 3 points. Free throws up and good. So I might go to the first game next year if I can get tickets. Cause they could play Slippery Rock University, and it's gonna be a hot ticket next year. So it doesn't matter who they play next year. Like in the first game, it's gonna be. It might sell out. No matter who they play. Like I said, they could play, Slippery Rock or somebody. So, yeah, they could play Delgado Community College and it sell out. All right, so 43-38, Iowa with the ball. Sturts over to Sage, back to Sturts. So Sturts working the ball around his Combs. I see the numbers. Over to Fulgarius over to Sturts. Long 3-pointer, going to be no good. And it looks like the Huskers get the rebound. So I got a minute and 20 go into half. 43-28. Or 43-38, excuse me. That's Hoiberg over to Lawrence. Nebraska hasn't had a field goal in almost 4 minutes, but they still lead by 5. Lawrence takes a long 3. Going to be good. 46-38. So they just flashed on the screen. Nebraska hasn't made a field goal. And what do the next time they shoot the ball? They make a field goal. Crazy how those, when they put up stats like that, what happens next? As Fulgaris goes up and scores. So it's 46-40. Yeah, it's going to be the first game. Like I said, it doesn't matter who they play. It could be, some directional school from Montana. It might sell out. 46-40. We got 23 seconds to go into half. Hoiberg has the ball for the Huskers. They're up by 6. Got 10 on the shot clock. Hoiberg gonna throw it to Mast. Mast trying to get in the paint. Does, and goes up. And that's no good. And we got a shot clock violation. Shot clock violation. What's that, Brock? How you doing? Shot clock violation. So we're going to have Iowa, which had the last. They'll have the last opportunity to shoot, but they got to inbound way in the backcourt. But they got 5.5. That's. Some of these kids are pretty quick. They might be able to get to. Vanderbilt almost made a 3-quarter shot to win the game. So anything's possible, man. So Vanderbilt, that had to be heartbreaking. All right, here comes the last shot as Sturts over to Sage for 3. Good. As Sage with the bucket right as the clock was expiring. And it's a 3-point game going to the break. Man, I made a video, man. Watch my video. I was shocked that he actually came back. Actually, I didn't think he wanted to come back. I really didn't think he wanted to come back. If coming from McNeese, if we could have hired, no, we weren't going to hire him last year because of our AD. But it'd have been a lot easier to hire him last year when he was at McNeese. But Scott Woodward wasn't going to hire him. So everybody that wanted McMahon fired last year and was mad that he didn't get fired, I'm sure all those people are happy now that McMahon didn't get fired last year, because if he got fired last year, Will Wade wouldn't be here right now. So everything happens for a reason. So Scott Woodward not firing Matt McMahon last year was a blessing in disguise. Because I know he likes it here, but I just got surprised, man. Yeah. But happy he's here. Like I said, I made a shirt. Go look at my community tab. I made a shirt. I'm gonna wear it to the game next year. I ordered it, and it's gonna be here about 2 weeks. So the fans loved him, man. The fans supported him when all that what went down when he was here. But yeah, so I'm glad that Woodward didn't fire him last year, because he wouldn't have, because he wasn't going to rehire Will Wade. He wasn't going to swallow his pride and do that. So, and Verge really didn't want to do it either, but Verge was kind of overruled on it. So, I see all the people on Tiger Rant saying, "Oh man, Verge is great, man." I got news for you, man. Verge didn't really want this either, man. Verge wasn't on the Will Wade train last year either. So his boss told him to do it. So yeah, I'm happy, man. Like I said, I mean, I'll watch. I'll actually do games next year. So I'll actually do games next year on YouTube. So what kind of really upsets me is that a little bit is that they weren't going to make a move unless Will Wade came. I mean, they were going to keep McMahon if they didn't get Will Wade. So they were going to go next year. They were going to have the same bullshit next year. Probably a 3 to 5 win team in the SEC if they'd have kept Matt McMahon. That kind of bothers me a little bit, is that they weren't going to make a move unless it was Will Wade. I mean, you can't just. They had to make a move regardless. There's other coaches out there that are better than Matt McMahon that fans would have supported as long as LSU's winning. So, but it all worked out. It all worked out at the end because fans got the coach. Fans got the coach that they wanted. What's up, PHG? We're talking a little about Will Wade and how I kept saying, man, something's going to happen. It's not. We're not going to get what we want. And then was it Tuesday night? Yeah, it was after the baseball game Tuesday night when everything started like leaking that Will Wade was coming. It was after the game last night, after the baseball game Tuesday. All that shit started getting leaked out about Will Wade, and I'm like, okay. And I thought it was kind of posturing a little bit. NC State was saying that they think he's, gonna leave. I'm like, this is posturing, man. And then that it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. It came out and they said that that there was supposed to be some kind of plane going to Raleigh this morning, and I'm like, well, they got to fire Matt McMahon first. So if Matt McMahon's not fired in the morning time, it's not going to happen tomorrow, which was today. Well, we find out that McMahon was notified in the morning that he was going to get fired. And then at that point, you're like, okay, well then it's going to happen. So LSU basketball might be fun again. Might be fun again. I mean, it was McMahon's second year when they went to the NIT. That was progress. So, from the first year, but he never built upon that. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you're gonna have to pay players, so it doesn't really matter. These players want to get paid, so sometimes they don't necessarily want to play for a coach anymore or at school. It's all about getting their money. So, but I remember last year. Everybody was so upset that Woodward didn't fire McMahon last year. Well, it worked out great because if McMahon had gotten fired last year, there'd be no Will Wade here. Now, who knows what we've gotten last year? We could have gotten a good coach, but it wouldn't have been Will Wade. But I mean, if McMahon would have won, the fans would have liked him. That's why they liked Will Wade, because he won. If McMahon was winning like Will Wade was winning, all the fans would have liked McMahon just like they like Wade, but McMahon just didn't win enough. So. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually gonna try to go to the first game next year. I don't care who they play. They could play, whoever. Like who played this year in the first game? I have to go look back. It's been so fucking long. It's so fucking long since they Tarleton State. They played Tarleton State. So they could play Tarleton State again next year, the first game. And there's going to be probably capacity crowd at the game. Yep. Oh man. That loss against South, when LSU lost to South Carolina, the second game of the year after they had that close game against Texas A&M, and South Carolina was a bad team, and they lost that game. That was a sign that things weren't going to be might not go as good. So. There we go. We got those. We got the Purdue and Texas. They're starting the second half. Yeah, I kept asking, why don't you do LSU basketball games? Because they don't care about making this sport better. Well, now they found the money that Moscona said. I don't know if they're going to find the money or not, and you know donor fatigue and all that, but they had no choice. They had no choice to fire McMahon because attendance and donations were going to be at an all time low if they had retained McMahon. And I mean, they were going to have to. I mean, for them to recoup, I mean, they were going to have to get off to a really hot start in the SEC next year for people to believe that it could turn around with McMahon. And the odds of that are just not. Odds of that just weren't. Wasn't going to happen. So they had to make the move. I kept saying they had to make the move. Doesn't matter what the buyout is. And who you go get? You got to go get somebody besides McMahon. If not, we'll wait somebody else. But like I said, they weren't going to go get anybody else. So I'm glad it worked out. Because it would have been it would have been really depressing basketball season next year. But now it's got some kind of promise. So now we got some promise. So we're still at halftime. 3-point game. This was a 10-point game at one time. I don't think Iowa's led yet in this game. But it's a close game now. They got Purdue and Texas over on CBS. Texas is up by 1. And so Texas, man, is the 11 seed. Trying to get to the Elite 8. First 4 teams to make the Sweet 16. UCLA, Syracuse, Tennessee, LaSalle, VCU. Well, 2 of those teams made the Final 4. That's crazy. So, that Jamal Mashburn? It is Jamal Mashburn. I liked him when he played for the New Orleans Hornets. Bruce Pearl, man, I'm surprised. Man, when he resigned from Auburn, and then he's let's hire my son. That was kind of chicken shit, man. Auburn should have told him we're gonna do a search. But all right, so we're still in the halftime break. 3-point game, 46-43. Man, Bruce Pearl was excited about that dunk from Fogaris earlier. So the second half should be coming up shortly. Gotta be, man. Gotta be coming up shortly. So they're not gonna. Press conference isn't gonna be tomorrow because the press conference will probably be Monday. I'd be shocked if they do a press tomorrow. It's like Moscona said tomorrow. the ladies play in the Sweet 16, so I don't think they're going to try to disrupt that with a press conference for the men's team. So they're going to probably do it Monday. So, and that's going to be a lot of people tuning in on the Will Wade press conference whenever it is next week. Whenever it is. It's going to be must see TV. Oh, Texas is up by 4 now. They got a 4-point lead, and they got a timeout over there in San Jose. Hockey. Yeah, isn't the hockey? You know, they got to be getting closer to the Frozen Four, huh? Getting close to Frozen Four. Yeah. Kind of cool if LSU had a hockey team, but we've got a 3-point lead here at the halftime break. It's Nebraska 46-43, and we're going to have a second half. We'll start very, very shortly, like within the next minute or 2 or 3. Nope, we're going to commercial break again. I spoke too soon. Commercial break again. Commercial break again. Yeah, what? Is that anything? Well, I guess anything's possible. Yeah, Oates is a good coach, and he kind of, Wade had a tough time beating him, so. But I don't know, man. The money in this conference is a lot more than it is in the ACC. I know it's North Carolina, but I don't know. I just don't know. He's been there at Alabama for a while now. Looks like the Florida coach is the next douchebag. Like he's like the next to the douchebag in the conference coach wise. But, oh man. Man, it's just gonna get warm. It's gonna be getting hot, man. I had to cut my grass today. It was fucking hot, man. I actually had some grass to cut, not just weeds. But I did have some weeds too, but what was that? Birds. Hey. Oh, the SEC. All right, second half about to start here. Pelicans losing again. Surprise me. Pelicans getting down to they're getting to a tougher meat of the schedule now. They're beating those All right, so we got Nebraska gets the ball first in this second half as Lawrence over to it. Here's that's a three. That's an air ball. As Sanford missed the tray. Sorry, someone's texting me and. So Iowa with the ball. Ooh wait. LSU make the tournament next year. Oh, I got. I'm gonna send you a link. So hold on. Go check this out. Hold on. Hold on. I got seeing this link about there's a podcast coming on about NC State and they're mad, dude. Go look at this. All right, now I'm back. Now I can call the game. Well, no, there's been we didn't miss any we didn't miss any points. Just missed a bunch of bad basketball. So Hoiberg has it for the Huskers. Hoiberg over to Sanford. Back at Hoiberg. So Hoiberg over to Mast for three. That's no good. Out of bounds. It's going to be Iowa basketball. All right. So Koch in the corner. That's no good. Huskers with the rebound. So still no points scored in this second half as Hoiberg with the ball. Hoiberg over to Mast. Both teams they're over. Mast will try to drive and he'll score. There we go. I think they just needed me to concentrate the game. That's what they needed. So 48-43. As Sturts for three. Got it. Man. 48-46. As Sturts answers back. So Huskers with the ball is Lawrence. Over to Buchentel. Back out to Mast for three. No good. Hawkeyes with the rebound. As Banks comes away with it. So Banks goes to give it to Sturts. Sturts over to Combs. He threw it away. Still a bad pass. Huskers come away with it. Sanford has it. Sanford gonna get it across midcourt. 48-46. Over to Hoiberg over to Mast. Mast has it for the Nebraska. Gets in the paint. Here's a pass to Buchentel. Scores. Buchentel. How you pronounce that? I think that's his first bucket of the game. 50-46. So 4-point game. As Combs has it for Iowa. Back out to Sturts. Here's a pass in the paint. And like it's blocked. And Nebraska comes away with it. As Banks with the rejection on Manu. There's it's a bad pass out of bounds. It's going to be whose ball's going to be? I'm going to say it's going to be like Who's it off of? Let's see. Who's it off of? Hey. It's gonna be Iowa basketball. They changed it to Iowa basketball. So Koch over to Combs. Combs gets into to Bulgaris over to Sturts. Sturts will go up with it, and it's gonna be good. Tough shot, 50-48. 50-48. Nebraska with the ball. Hoiberg over to Mast. Mast over to Stanford. Stanford back to they're playing hot potato back to Stanford. Over to Hoiberg. Hoiberg. Over to you can tell goes up and it's no good. Rebound goes over to Iowa. I don't like how to pronounce that last name. So Sturts over to Combs. Combs has it for Iowa. And here's a corner three. That's no good. Rebounded Iowa. I'm sorry, Nebraska. And Stanford comes away with it. He went high and got it. Those are the Hoiberg. So Hoiberg over to Stanford. Back to Hoiberg. Hoiberg going to try to get to the paint. And now ball's loose. And Iowa comes away with it. As Sturts. Over to Combs. Combs, he in travel. And so the layup is good. Tie game, 50-50. With 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go. Nebraska with the ball. We got a tie game. First time it's been tied since it was a 0-0. Stanford has it. Here's a pass in the paint to, we got to get a block. We got a lot of, yes, it gets blocked. Out of bounds, off of Nebraska, as I got a, you can tell, gets rejected. Man, Iowa's playing some good basketball right now. So we got 14:45, and we got timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor. All right, man. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty. So commercial break. All right. So 50-50. We got a tie game now. Tie game now. Good. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. We needed. So we get to the 10-minute mark. I'll close the poll. I'll close the poll. Oh, man. Man, it just finally got this game. Has finally got even again. Da-da-da-da. All right. All righty. We got 14:42 here to go in this second half. There's I with the ball. Fulgaris. Gonna hand it to Sturts. Sturts has it. Back to Fulgaris. In the paint, now throws it to back to Sage. Over to Sturts for a three. It's gonna be air ball out of bounds. Air ball out of bounds. Air ball out of bounds. So it's gonna be Nebraska basketball. We got 14:40 going to hit Stanford for three. Good. So Nebraska goes back up on top. 53-50. We got 14 minutes to go in the second half as Sturts over to Combs. Combs has it. Combs over to Sturts. Over to Koch in the corner. Good. We're tied again. We're tied again at 53-53. Yeah, about to, I think is TBS put the score on the screen. So Lawrence has it for Nebraska. Lawrence still with the ball. But 13 the shot clock. Over to Prager. Or Frager, excuse me. So Frager has it. Over to Mass. Back to Frager. Frager will take a three. Good. 3-point game again as Nebraska goes up by three. 56-53. We got 13 to go in this second half. Sturts has it for Iowa. Over to Combs. Combs has it over to Sturts. Back to Combs. Over to Fulgaris. Back to Sturts. Sturts has it. Sturts gonna get to the paint, shoot, and it's too strong. Rebound goes over to Nebraska. As Stanford gets the rebound, gets it to Hoiberg. So Hoiberg gets across midcourt. Hoiberg over to Lawrence. So Lawrence gets to Stanford in the paint. Gonna be good. Back to a 5-point game, 58-53. 12:30 here to go in the second half. So see Sturts has it for Iowa. Over to Combs. Combs. Look over back to Sturts. Over to Koch in the corner for three. Yay, no rims out. Rebound goes over to Nebraska. And Stanford gets it to Hoiberg. Hoiberg gets it across midcourt. Hoiberg double teamed. Over to Lawrence. Lawrence gonna throw it to Stanford. Stanford gonna try to drive. Nope. Gonna throw back out. And that shot's no good. Rebound goes over to Iowa. As Frager couldn't get that shot to fall down. So Sturts has it. So Sturts. Over to Fulgaris. Back to Koch. 15 the shot clock. Iowa still with the ball. Over to Fulgaris. Back to Sage. Sage gonna throw it. Here's a pass in the paint to Combs. He'll lay it in. And we got a timeout. Timeout on the floor with 11:30 left. It's 58-55. Man. Good game, man. What a good game we got going on here. Man. All right, man. Good game going on here. Eh. Alrighty. Alrighty. Ooh, wait, man. So 58-55. Commercial break here. Man, got a good game going on here. And good. Needed after that game I did the night. When it was a freaking buck. I forgot who the fuck it was, man. That was a four versus. I think it was 4 versus 5 game. I thought it'd be a good game. Fuck, it was a blowout. Man, man. Man. Hey. Alrighty. So we got 11:30 left. A lot of time left to go in this basketball game, and it's 58-55. Texas up over Purdue by 2. They're in the second half. They got 7:39 to go in their game. Yeah, so good game so far. Good, really good game so far. In both these games. All right, we've got Nebraska. With the ball is Jacobson. Into Sanford. Sanford has it. Walks it back out behind the circle. Still has the ball. Back over to it's Lawrence for 3. It's going to be no good, and it's a battle for the basketball. Iowa comes away with it. So Sturts will give it to Sage. So Sage has it over to Sturts. Sturts back to Sage. Sage with the ball. Back over to Sturts. Back to Sage again. 6 on the shot clock. Back over to Sturts. Sturts takes a 3. That's going to be no good. Rebounded Nebraska. That's what Buke can tell. But Buke can tell. Sanford has it. Sanford going to try to drive in. Late. No, rims out. The layup rims out. Iowa with the rebound. We got 10:19 to go in the second half. Huskers Iowa with the ball. As Sturts has it. And Sturts still with it. There's now a drive, and layup is good. 1-point game. So Jacobson has it for Nebraska over to Lawrence. Lawrence. We got a foul call. As Frager gets fouled, trying to go to the rim. So it should be free throws here for Nebraska. All right. Hey, commercial break. Why not? Why not? Let's get the commercial break in. Another commercial break. Why not? Why not? Commercial break, commercial break, commercial break. Why not? So Texas is beating Purdue 67-66 there in the second half. They got 6:24 to go in that second half. That game looks like it might come down to the wire. Back into the wire. Man, so good. Two good games. Got Alabama and Michigan tomorrow. Michigan State and UConn. We got some. Could be some Potentially some good games tomorrow night as well. Tennessee and Iowa State. Arkansas and Arizona play later tonight on CBS. Illinois and Houston play later tonight on TBS. And you got St. John's and Duke. That's gonna be a well-watched game. Yeah, that game is gonna be well-watched. The St. John's and Dukies. So still in the commercial break. Still in the commercial break. Watching the Texas and Purdue game as well. Wait. I ain't forgot who I picked in this game. Like in the bracket. I mean, I don't know if I know. I don't think I had. I don't think I had either one of these teams getting this far. Pretty sure I had Florida beating Iowa, and I had. Yeah, I did have Vanderbilt beating Nebraska. So I don't have anybody in this game. I was close, man. If Vanderbilt would have, if that shot would have went in, it would have beaten. It would have won, but what it could have, should have. Well, the Stanley Cup playoffs begin on April 19th. Why's that guy wearing a football helmet and a basketball shoes? Okay. All right, so 58-57, Nebraska up by 1. Iowa shooting 54%, Nebraska 50. Both teams have made 9 three-pointers. The time leading, Iowa has never led. Nebraska's led for 27 minutes and 57 seconds. As Frager going to be at a line for, like it's going to be 2 free throws up and good, rolls in. So he'll have another one coming. 59-57. Next free throws up and misses the second one. Iowa with the rebounds. Koch gets the rebound. All right, so we got Sage has it. Sage over to Sturts. Sturts back to Sage. Sage is still with it. Back out to Fulgaris. And back up to Sage for 3. That's going to be air ball. Good defense, air ball. Good defense, air ball. So Nebraska with 9:15 to go with the ball. So Sanford over to Hoiberg. Hoiberg back out to Sanford. Sanford takes a 3. That's going to be good. Way downtown. 62-57. 8:55 to go here in this second half. Hawkeyes with the ball as Sturts over to Fulgaris. Back to Sturts. 16 on the shot clock. Sturts gonna try and gets cut off. And they throw over to Koch for 3. It's another air ball. Nebraska comes away with it. That's 2 straight air balls for Iowa. And now we got is it stolen? And ball's loose. Looks like Iowa does steal it. Here's a pass out to Sage's foul. So Sage gonna go to the free throw line. That ball is just loose on the floor. So it's gonna be free throws here for Iowa. So we're going to have free throws here for the Hawkeyes. And free throws up and good. So another free throw coming here for the Hawkeyes. And Sage made the first one. Next one is up and good as well. 62-59. So Hoiberg will walk it down. So Jacobson has 3 fouls, 4 points for Nebraska. You can tell. That got to Hoiberg. That got to, it's Mast for 3. It's too strong. And rebound over to Nebraska. As Jacobson got the rebound. And he get back to Hoiberg. Hoiberg gonna try gets cut off. That got to Mast. Mast now going to take it to the paint and knocked out of bounds. It's going to be looks like it'll be off of Nebraska. So it's going to be Iowa ball with 7:48 to go here in this second half. Nice. Was that off of Mast? Let's see. Yeah, it was. It was definitely off of Mast. So we got a timeout on the floor. Yeah, it's definitely off of Mast. So we got 7:48 to go in the second half. 62-59. But it's going to be Iowa ball. And Texas and Purdue, they're at the 4-minute mark, and they're tied. Man, tied. They're tied. Man. So, all right. Let's go, man. Let's go. Got a good game going on here. Good game going on CBS. There's a chicken commercial with the KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. Oh, it's wings. 10 wings for $10 or 20 wings for $20. Fried chicken wings. Chicken wings. Good way. All right. Man. So, when connection matters, it has to be AT&T. Everybody says they got good connection. Everybody says they got good connection until they don't. Until they don't. So. Where's the Rockies? Uh-oh. Reese's peanut butter cups. King size. Reese's peanut butter cups. All right. Getting back to action here from Houston. Got Nebraska and Iowa. We're here in the Toyota Center. All right, so Iowa ball up by 3, or down by 3, excuse me, as Sage gets to the paint, and there's a pass back up to Sturtz. 4th-inch shot clock. Sturtz back out to that 3-pointer shot's no good. Rebound goes over to Nebraska, as Howard couldn't get the fall. Nebraska basketball up by 3. As Mast with the ball. Fast. Looking just somebody. Over to Jacobson. To the shot clock. Jacobson 4 in the shot clock. Got to do up with it. Now, that's an air ball. It's a shot clock violation. As you can tell, couldn't touch rim. It's going to be a shot clock violation. So Sanford, looks like Sanford's checking back in here for Nebraska. Good defense there by Iowa to force a tough shot, and it was an air ball. So Iowa down by 3 with the ball. So Sturts has it. Sturts over to Koch. Back to Sturts. And Sturts throws back out to Koch for 3. Good. We're tied. They threw it back out to Koch, who was wide open, and was tied at 62 with 6:25 to go. Nebraska with the ball. Stanford over to Hoiberg. Over to Mast. Back out with Sanford again for 3. Good! As Nebraska comes back with the bucket. 65-62. And we got 6:05 to go and counting. So Sturts has it for Iowa. So Sturts over to Sage. Back to Sturts. I got Koch for 3. It's going to be short. And Nebraska with the rebound. Jacobson gets the rebound. So we have 5:40 left. Jacobson with the ball. Back out to Sanford. 15 the shot clock. Double team. Back out to Jacobson. 10 of the shot clock. Jacobson over to Hoiberg in the corner. That's going to be no good. Out of bounds. It's going to be Iowa basketball. It's going to be Iowa ball with 5:22 to go here in this second half. So they get it across. There's Iowa. Fulgaris over to Sturts. Sturts going to throw it to Koch. They walk the ball back around to Fulgaris for 3. Good! As Fulgaris ties it up. 65. 4:55 to go. Nebraska with the ball. Iowa still hasn't led at all this game. Jacobson over to Hoiberg. Hoiberg over to Jacobson. Jacobson going to get to the paint. Looks to shoot. They'll pass it back out to Hoiberg. Hoiberg gets to the paint and goes off the glass and no good. Iowa with the rebound. Sage gets the rebound. So the Hawkeyes can take the lead for the first time in this game. So Sturts has it over to Combs. Back out to Sturts. Over to Koch. Koch to Combs in the paint. Good defense. Back out to Fulgaris. They pass the ball back out around to Combs for 3. Short. Rebounded Nebraska. Really good defense by Nebraska to not let them get inside. So it's 65-65. 4 minutes to go. There's Jacobson in the corner. No good. Iowa with the rebound. Man. So it's going to be, 65-65. Combs has it for Iowa. Over to Fulgaris. Fulgaris. Here's a 3. That's going to be a brick. But Koch with the rebound. Back out to Sturts. 15 the shot clock. 3:38 to go. Sturts has it. Sturts. Still with it. Over to Fulgaris. Who'll take a 3. That's going to be air ball. Man, it's a horrible shot selection by Iowa right now. But we got a timeout. We got a timeout with 3:11 to go in the game. Timeout on the floor. Nebraska will have it. And Nebraska will have it. Stars are out. Stars are out. Be right back. Man. Ooh-wee. Hey, what's up? We got Aces boy. Hello, what's up? Sorry about that. We commercial break. Watching the game. Good game we got going on here. Got a tie game. It's going to be Nebraska basketball. Once we get back from this commercial break. Damn, so. And then the Purdue Texas game is good as well. That's a 2-point game. Purdue's up by 2. In that context, they got 2:10 left. And they got 2 good games on at the same time. Man. March Madness is madness right now. We'll see if we can have a madness ending in one of these games. If not, both of them. Iowa, they need to get the ball inside. But Nebraska's got some good defense right now. They're denying them the inside part. So, alrighty, getting back to action here. Games in Houston. Can I be a mod? No. Why you want to be a mod? So you can time people out. I don't even know you. Can I be a mod? No. Guess what? Watch this. You timed out for a minute. All right, so Nebraska has it. Hoiberg. That's what you want to do? And so Mast has it for Nebraska. And almost stolen. And Sanford has it. Sanford over to Mast. Mast over to Frager in the corner. No good. Rebounded Iowa. We got 2:45 to go. 65-65. All right, so Sturts has it. Sturts over to Fulgaris, and we got a foul call against Nebraska. So foul call against Nebraska. Got 2:25 to go. Sturts has it for Iowa. Over to Fulgaris, back to Sturts. Sturts with 8 in the shot clock. I think they got to do something. Sturts now for 3. That's going to be good. Iowa takes the lead for the first time tonight. 68-65. That fan's fired up. 2 minutes to go in the game. Lawrence gonna back out to Hoiberg, back to Mast, over to Sanford, back to Mast again. Mast takes a 3. Yes, could be no good. Iowa goes high and gets the rebound over to Koch. So 1:38 to go here in this second half. Iowa up by 3 as Sturts with the ball. So Sturts has it. So 12 on the shot clock. So Sturts has it. Sturts going to get to Fulgaris. Over to Sage for a 3. Good! 71-65. Iowa up by 6. With 1:11 to go. Nebraska with it. It's Mast. Over to Hoiberg. Hoiberg. Back to Sanford for 3. That's going to be short. And Nebraska gets a rebound. Prager for 3. Good! As Frager in the corner with 58 seconds left. Man, what a big offensive rebound by Nebraska. It's a 3-point game with 58.4 left. Man, what a offensive rebound to get the second chance point. Man, so it's a 3-point game with 57 8.5, something like that left. It's gonna be Iowa basketball. So we're gonna have an exciting finish. Yeah. Well, you asked for be a sub. I don't even know who. I mean, a mod. He must be like 10 years old. Yeah, going by. Don't ask to be a mod. Think I care if you unsubscribe? All right, so Iowa ball. And they throw it in the front court. That's going to be a jam for Fulgaris. Oh, no! He gets fouled and the bucket. As Fulgaris gets fouled and the bucket. Horrible defense by Nebraska. Man, horrible defense by Nebraska. Let the guy go down the court. Nobody went with Fulgaris. And they just threw it down the floor. It wasn't easy because he got fouled, but he did make the layup. 3-point play upcoming. Man, that's a bad defense by Nebraska, letting Fulgaris free down the floor. So here comes the for the 3-point play, and yes, got it. 74-68. We got 56.9 left as Hoiberg picks it up, gets in the front court. Hoiberg back out to Sanford for 3, no good, and it's going to be Iowa ball. They get the rebound. Did they get fouled too? I think they did. I think it's gonna be free throws here for Iowa. With 46.5 left. I mean, the Hawkeyes hadn't led the whole game, and all of a sudden, that was like 2 minutes left to go. So around that time, they took the lead. So okay, no free throws. They're not in the bonus. So Iowa does get it inbounded over to Combs. Back out to Sage, and I think Sage is fouled. Are we in the bonus yet? I don't. No, they're not in the bonus. They're not in the bonus yet. As though they're Nebraska only got 16 fouls, so I think they'll get one more to get into 1-1. All right, so Hawkeyes get it in. I mean, inbound pass almost gets stolen. Sturts over to Combs, and they got to get in the front court, and they do to Sage. And Sage, as a Fulgaris will jam it home. What a jam! 76-68, 30 seconds left. Nebraska gets across midcourt. As Mass for 3, no good. Tip back out to Jacobson, who'll take a 3. That's no good again. And the ball is still loose. Nebraska has it. And that shot's Mass now has it. Mass over to Jacobson. That shot's going to be no good. And now Hawkeyes. No, who gets a rebound? It's going to be I think it's going to be Iowa basketball. Man, Nebraska had multiple chances to get some points there, but the odds were against them, down by 8. So 8.5 left. Looks like Iowa is going to be at the free throw line, and they might be going to the Elite 8 if they can hold on for these 8.5 seconds, which more likely they will. So Sage at the free throw line. Free throw is up and good. Man, Iowa went from not leading this game at all to they might win by 10. It's crazy. Nebraska led for 90% of the game. That free throw is no good. Nebraska with the rebound. And Sanford takes a 3. It's going to be good with 3.1 left. So Iowa gets it in, and that's going to be the game. So the Hawkeyes are going to go to the Elite 8. as they win 77-71 as they came on at the end to win. Man, it's crazy how this game ended before the Purdue-Texas game, and that game started a half hour earlier before this game. That's wild how this game ended before that game. And they started a half an hour earlier than this one. Yeah, that inbounds play where they let Fulgaris free, and he got the 3-point play was the game. Well, the game winner was a one-handed dunk on the baseline. But man, so all right, so Iowa moves on as they're gonna move on to the Elite Eight. So man, go with up. Yellow face the winner of the next game. Illinois and Houston. All right. Well, y'all guys have a good one, man. And we'll, man, what a game, man. Iowa wins, and they go to the Elite Eight for the first time since 1987. Man. Iowa ended the game on a 15-6 run. That's how you win. That's how you win basketball games. That's how you win basketball games. In the game on a 15-6 run, and they win by 8. I'm sorry, by 6. Excuse me, by 6, 77-71. What's up, Bill? What's up, Bill Moore? How you doing, man? Hey, man, LSU basketball. They care. Well, they care about men's basketball. So I'll be I'll care about men's basketball next year since they showed that they care, and went and got Will Wade back. So Iowa will wait the winner of Illinois and Houston, and that's gonna tip off approximately 10:05 Eastern. That game's gonna be like 9:05. We'll see. I don't know if I'm doing the next one. Yeah, can't. Will Wade's back. He's back. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing the next game or not. I don't know. I gotta think about it. Like I got like a half hour to think about it. So have a good one. Have a good one, man. If I do it, just if I do the game, just come by. So just check it in about a half hour if you don't get a notification. So I'll see y'all maybe in a bit.